Big Boss, you made it. Too late, though. The false data's already in place.
False data?
That's right. Peace Walker is designed for deterrence, nothing more. She is incapable of initiating a nuclear attack on her own. She will only awaken and attack when it's time to retaliate. Peace Walker is a weapon of peace, after all. First, we'll enter data for an imaginary Soviet nuclear strike on the US homeland. After assessing the data as a threat, Peace Walker will automatically enter retaliation mode, selecting the optimal target from a predefined list. For this scenario, we have reverse engineered the false data so that she'll inevitably end up choosing the Caribbean Sea as her target.
You're really gonna do it, aren't you?
Know this. Peace Walker's retaliation will be the first and last of the Cold War. It is the only way we will ever come close to achieving true peace. All that is left is to enter the code.
Go! Stand down, Big Boss.
You're late.
Professor.
Professor?
Yes, well, taking over the base took longer than expected. But I brought the technology. What? You provided the money and land. Center alone could never have accomplished so much in so little time.
Zadornov, you backstabbing son of a...
Backstabbing? Correct me if I'm wrong, but were we not enemies all along? Do you really think my comrades were working for the company? Do you truly think we'd faithfully serve a pack of depraved capitalist dogs?
What are you going to do?
Launch a nuke. Target Cuba.
Have you lost your mind? What would you possibly gain?
We won't be the ones launching it. You, the Americans, will attack our ally, Cuba.
What?
Think, Coldman. We're on an American base, eagerly endorsed and supplied by a pro-American regime. What's the international community to think? The world will burn with anti-American sentiment. Communism will spread across Latin America unchecked. Let the age of deterrence be undone by the deterrent itself. Such is the Kremlin's plan.
You son of a bitch!
Us, come here. Shoot him.
Professor Galvez.
I am Vladimir Zadornov. And Vladimir means ruler of peace. Now, do as you're told, boss.
Don't do it!
Remember what they did to you at their base on the coast. For what Coldman's done, he deserves nothing less than death.
Boss, I'm sorry.
I can't.
Truly a child of peace.
No! Wait!
Only fitting that retribution be delivered by a dead hand.
You missed on purpose.
Your part in this isn't done. I need you to enter the code. Doctor, the target is now Cuba. Please make the necessary modifications. And don't even think of resisting. I'll crush you, but only after I crush your beloved first.
No. Not that!
Cuba is now the retaliation target.
Very well.
Good. It is done. As for you, Big Boss, I've been watching you all along. You've performed beyond even my highest expectations. A true commandante.
What are you talking about?
Why do you think I summoned you to Costa Rica? Had you make contact with the Sandinistas? A true intelligence operative never gets his hands dirty. Need a revolution? Manipulate the locals into doing it for you.
You mean Amanda and the Sandinistas?
You've done well. You took a ragtag band of guerrillas, children, and shaped them into a full-fledged, formidable army. And now, you'll truly become our century's most complete human being.
Che Guevara?
None other. A hero who, gunned down by the CIA, becomes a legendary icon. The Sandinistas will rise up in revenge, overthrowing the pro-American regime and wresting Nicaragua from US hands. And the nuclear strike on Cuba naturally will be the last straw.
Mammal data entry is complete.
Dead at age 39, just like El Che. Ironic, isn't it? In the end, a legend is merely fiction. You'll die as the boss did, and become as did she, an eternal fraud.
Freeze!
Dare point your gun at a comrade?
We will not be pawns of the KGB. We will win our own victory!
Hasta la victoria siempre!
Amanda! We're home! Look! We're back in Nika! We did it, Amanda! I mean... Comandante!
Boss, you hurt?
I'm fine.
Big boss.
Big boss!
Big boss!
Big boss! Big boss! Big boss!
Big boss! Big boss! Big boss! Big boss! Big boss! Big boss!
You're a regular Joan of Arc.
Nonsense. You're the hero here.
You saved my life. You're the heroes here.
I never figured you for a softie, Snake.
Thanks. It's good to see you.
Paz can stay with us until she's back on her feet.
And the professor.
We'll find him a nice, comfy cell. Coldman's lost a lot of blood. He may not make it.
Where's Amanda?
Back with her compas. She'll catch up later. How about you, Snake?
I'm not done yet.
The AI.
I have to finish this. That boss is a fake. I'm gonna bury it.
We'll save the champagne until you get back. May as well celebrate peace while it lasts.
I didn't bring her back to life because I was forced to. I wanted to know how she really felt. How it really ended.
The boss is dead.
No, she's alive.
Some truths are better left buried.
You don't mean that. Be honest. You want to know too, don't you? Whether what you saw and heard at the end was the truth. She'll tell us. I know she will. Thank you for stopping them. And I'm sorry. I can't imagine how it hurt.
I'll live. I'm used to shock therapy.
You are? Well, it's very kind of you to say. Let's go meet her, shall we? Get in, boss.
Don't pick up a gun unless you know how to use it. Aiming a weapon alone doesn't make it a deterrent. You're the angel of peace. Leave the guns to us. That was our agreement, remember? The army's leaving Costa Rica now. The mission is complete. Paz?
Thank you.
What's that noise? What'd he do?
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
NORAD's nightmare is about to begin.
What?
Peace Walker determines retaliation targets based on enemy nuclear strike data. That data can be sent to third parties as well.
We got big problems, Snake. Coldman's activated the nuclear launch switch.
What? And the target's Cuba.
Yeah, but that's not it. The son of a bitch has screwed us all over.
When Peace Walker was activated, it started transmitting the false data set to NORAD. It's using a spread spectrum MLF signal. It can't be blacked out, even by EMP.
There's no way to tell the difference between false data and the real thing on a radar screen. NORAD will have no idea it's all a ruse generated by Peace Walker. They'll think it's a real Soviet attack. They'll pass on the data to the National Military Command Center.
And Washington will have to choose whether or not to retaliate.
This could get ugly. Unless we stop it, we're looking at a retaliatory chain reaction.
No. No need to panic. The nightmare will end soon enough.
What do you mean?
Coldman's aim is for the bureaucrats in Washington to see the importance of a machine like Peace Walker. He's trying to prove that humans don't possess the will to launch nukes.
Everything will be fine. They'll never retaliate. They're only human.
Kaz, where's the president?
Last I heard, he was in the middle of SALT II negotiations in Vladivostok.
With the president gone, Nuclear Launch Authority passes to the next person in the chain of succession.
The vice president's gone too. So after him comes the speaker.
President, vice president. Not one among them has the courage to push the button. No one willing to enter history as the great destroyer. In the end, it's not their lives that people value most. It's their reputations.
The bureaucrats in Washington may not be able to retaliate. Peace Walker, on the other hand, she's loyal to the mission above all. And she's well aware that guaranteed retaliation is essential for nuclear deterrence to work.
Peace Walker is the perfect deterrent. Cuba would not have been my choice of targets. But you can't make peace without breaking a few eggs. Now that Peace Walker has the false data, retaliation is inevitable.
Are you insane? You think it'll end there? You're about to unleash all-out nuclear war!
Somebody find out what's going on at NORAD.
Mammal's got a connection to NORAD. We could monitor it with the right equipment.
I've got you covered. I've got NORAD on the line.
Sir, we're tracking unidentified targets. Current apogee 20 degrees.
Estimated time of re-entry is 2250 Zulu.
Have you contacted the president?
Coverall is not responding.
Warning system checks out. No corresponding natural signatures. Data is assessed as reliable.
Cut the data transmission. We can't say for sure Washington isn't going to retaliate.
The only one who knows the abort code is me. I die, and no one can turn it off. Even if they do strike back, I'll already be dead. I can only pray that my theory, my peace,
proven right.
Go to DEFCON 3. Get Zack on the phone. This is Crystal Palace. Stand by for an emergency meeting.
They're at DEFCON 3. The false data and the nukes are both coming from the same source. We have to stop Peace Walker.
The only way is to destroy her. She's entered launch mode. Peace Walker's rendered her judgment. The target is Cuba.
Snake, don't let it launch the nuke! Calculating ballistic trajectory. Once that's finished, it's all over. Snake, you've got to destroy the platform. Snake, don't let it... You've got to stop Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke!
system online. 1 minute to launch. Firing rocket launcher. Firing rocket launcher. Commencing ignition. 30 seconds to launch.
We're running out of time! It's about to launch! Hurry!
Face me. Jump engaged. Launching S-mines. Firing drones. Jump engaged. Firing rocket launcher. Firing rocket launcher. Jump engaged. Jump engaged. Jump engaged. Initializing nuclear launch sequence. Launch control set. Switching to self-defense mode. Firing drill missiles. Launching S-mines. Jump engaged. Even 30 maximum. Firing rocket launcher. Jump engaged. Initializing the nuclear launch sequence. Launch control set. Opening missile hatch.
You've got to stop Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke!
One firing rocket launcher. Switching to self-defense mode. Jump engaged. Firing rocket launcher.
She's going back into nuclear launch mode. Stop her, Snake.
Firing rocket launcher. Switching to self-defense mode. Firing drill missiles.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Firing drill missiles. Impulse at maximum. Firing rocket launcher. launch sequence. Launch envelope set. 1 minute to launch.
You've got to stop Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke.
Firing rocket launcher. Firing rocket launcher. 30 seconds to launch.
We're running out of time. It's about to launch. Hurry!
3, 2, 1, launch!
Snake! Peace Walker launched the nuke! It's all over!
You've got to stop Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke! Snake. You've got to stop Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke!
Says 1 minute to launch. Silent rocket.
Scanning missile hatch.
You've got to stop Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke.
Firing rocket launcher. 1 minute to launch. Switching to self-defense mode. Jump engaged.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak. You're asking for the impossible. We need some time. Try again later.
Firing rocket launcher. Launch angle set. 1 minute to firing rocket launcher.
It's going back in a nuclear launch mode. Stop her thing.
Firing rocket launcher. Firing drill missiles. Rocket launcher. rocket launcher. Switching to self-defense mode. Jump engaged. Firing rocket launcher.
It stopped moving. Snake, you did it! You stopped the launch!
Huey, how's NORAD?
Not good!
BMEWS continues to track the targets on radar.
The SP satellite status is green. Still assessing as reliable.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, a representative of the Secretary of Defense and Congress have arrived at NMCC.
You've only damaged the drive system. The data uplink's still intact.
We've got 1,500 Soviet ICBMs crossing the North Pole. Target region is confirmed as the west coast of the United States.
Go to DEFCON 2. Prepare to launch ICBMs.
How do I make it stop?
Peace Walker is a fully autonomous system. Unlike the other machines you fought, its command authorities are all located inside its cerebrum, the mammal pod.
We've got to stop the mammal pod. I don't have the abort code either. Coldman was the only one.
Snake, destroy the AI inside the mammal pod.
The inner barrier protecting the mammal pod is designed to be as strong as a bomb shelter.
What's it gonna take to get through?
I guess an atomic bomb will do it.
You trying to be funny?
No! I'm telling you, that armor was designed to withstand a nuclear war.
We can't get through to the President. The decision is on us.
You can't be serious. There's no way I'm gonna wipe out the human race.
This is the President's call.
There's no time for that. We need a decision now.
Huey, call NORAD. We have to tell them the nukes aren't real.
I'll give it a shot.
Forget the order of succession. If we're all going to hell, let's take those bastards with us.
We have 12 minutes to impact, sir.
May God have mercy on our souls.
Jesus. Coldman guessed wrong. They're gonna go through with it!
The platform sustained a lot of external damage. All we need is some pressure.
Pressure?
Sink it in the lake. With that much water pressure, even the tiniest crack should be enough to flood the innards. The AI pod is a mass of highly sensitive electronics. Short the contacts and the signal will stop.
How much does that thing weigh?
500 tons.
It's hopeless. We can't move that thing.
Get NORAD on the phone.
Incoming MIRV warheads have separated.
Estimated time to impact now, 11 minutes.
Sir, we've got a call. The President? No, sir. Then who? He, Spit it out! He claims to be Big Boss. Big Boss? Patch him through.
Mr. Chairman, I'll get straight to the point. Cancel the retaliatory strike now!
What?
The radar blips you're seeing are all fakes. No one's launched any nukes.
How do you know?
The launch data is fake, part of an experiment that leaked. You weren't supposed to receive it. Your radar is showing missiles that don't exist.
If you're lying, then we've got 10 minutes till we're toast. We have to retaliate or more Americans die.
The experiment was planned and executed by the CIA station chief in Central America.
Then put him on!
He's dead. I can give you his name, though.
We need more than the authentication code you gave the switchboard. We need proof you're actually Big Boss. Do you have any?
All right. If you know the name Big Boss, then maybe you were there at the ceremony when I received the title from President Johnson.
Indeed I was.
We don't have time for this bullshit!
Hold it! Let's hear him out. You were saying?
At the ceremony, the DCI tried to shake my hand. I refused. What happened in that room is classified, top secret. Only a handful of people would know.
He's making it up! Don't listen to him!
Wait! Why did you refuse to shake his hand?
Because I knew where my loyalty belonged.
Everybody, listen to me! Those Soviet missiles are fakes!
What? You're actually going to believe him?
He's right. This is some sort of commie trick.
No, it's the real Big Boss. Trust me.
How can you know for sure?
Because I was the Army Chief of Staff back then, and I was standing right next to the DCI when it happened. I saw everything. You saved us all, Big Boss. We'll stand down the alert.
Thank you.
When we meet again, I hope you'll shake my hand. Oh! What are you doing?
Sorry, Chairman, but we are not standing down!
Damn it! Those worthless sacks of...
Wait.
Jack. Oh, it's opening. She's calling to you.
Destroy the mammal pod and the data will stop flowing.
Please, stop her.
I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss.
Like us, all for them to take. I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today, just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then, what is an enemy? Is there such thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing, and never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are human beings like us. They can only be our enemies in relative terms. The world must be made whole again. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose, and with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Colonels. They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family.
10 minutes of our lives listening to
The brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
is my life. I gave it my
Kill me. Kill me now. Do it.
There is nothing left inside me now, waiting for you.
Shall we walk through the remaining thing of Spain?
I may no longer be able to bear children, I feel, but I still
Pound is equal to 3.25463888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888888
for a long time. There is nothing left inside now for the to grow Theo, my family. I no longer be able to bear kindness. Commence the operation. Let's make this the greatest moments of our lives. Greatest 10 minutes of our lives. All that's left.
Valid data regions. 0. Exit all done.
It stopped.
The data uplink's bypassing the mammal pod.
Put down the gun! Come to your senses, man! The fate of the world, the fate of the Earth is at stake here!
Why? I don't understand. Answer me! Tell me why! Answer me!
6 minutes remaining.
Wait. Authority rests with me now. I'm ordering a retaliation!
No! Don't! It's the end of us all!
Who gives a damn? I'm not gonna sit here and die like a dog! If the Russians are gonna kill my family and destroy my country, I'm taking them with me!
You see now, Chairman. Deterrence is just a fool's dream!
Why? Why won't it stop?
Sometimes the body continues to live even after the brain is damaged. The boss AI isn't doing this. I think it's something rather more primitive.
Reptile has taken up Mammal's dying wish.
Stop it! Don't just sit there! Stop it!
You have to stop that data from being sent.
My mother was the one who named me Paz. She said it was an expression of her wish that the country stay at peace. It is a pretty common name in Central America. My mother always used to tell me, never make war. Always help keep the peace.
I remember. Your grandparents.
Yes. They died in the Civil War. I think that is why my mother hated war so much.
That's another thing you've got in common with Kaz. His mother named him Peace, too.
See, because Japan also suffered through war. I think I know how Mr. Miller's mother felt.
You like the peace sign, huh?
See, as a gesture, it connects every peace-loving person. Here, you try it, Snake. Peace.
No thanks, it doesn't suit me.
Too bad for you.
You know, the V in the peace sign comes from the V in victory. When did it start standing for peace?
I am not completely sure, but I guess it came out of the protest movement against the Vietnam War. Oh, and do not turn your hand around when you do it, especially around British people. It is insulting.
So, you live alone now?
No, not alone. I've been living in school dormitories since I started junior high. After my mother died, my relatives took me in, but They were not my real family.
You didn't fit in there.
In a way. My aunts were kind to me and all. But I know how difficult it must have been to suddenly have a child thrust into their lives. When you live with someone, there are no secrets. I could tell my being there was a burden on them.
Sounds like a rough childhood.
I would not say that. I was lucky just to have people take me in. There were huérfanos living out in the streets because their mothers died. It is even worse in countries with frequent civil wars. So, who am I to complain about my childhood?
You're a pretty tough kid, you know.
Not at all. I am not strong at all.
You said your dad was involved in the Manhattan Project, right?
Yeah?
And you think that's why you can't walk?
I don't know. Actually, probably not. So far, nobody's found evidence that exposure to radiation in parents causes genetic defects in children, except for those exposed in the womb. Epidemiologically speaking, anyway.
That's the conclusion of the Atomic Bomb Casualty Commission.
Right. The ABCC commenced its study immediately after the war, and it's still ongoing.
Even now, 30 years later.
The effects of radiation exposure last a long time. I'm guessing it'll be another 10 years before we get a real verdict on whether it affects genes. Granted, it's the most massive study anybody's ever done. But that's really all it is, a study. The ABCC brought in bomb victims and ran tests on them, but they didn't treat them.
Really? Them too, huh?
At any rate, that's what my father made me believe when I was growing up.
Maybe it was tough for your dad to explain. Ever think of that?
Yeah, maybe. But this is my problem now, Snake. I have to face the nukes head on, whether I like it or not. My creations are being used for the wrong purposes. The onus is on me to stop it somehow. Help me, Snake.
Enter Warning, terminal phase.
Snake, you have to stop that data from being sent.
seconds. 165 seconds. 160 seconds. 155 seconds. 150 seconds. 105 seconds.
going on?
That
song.
Boss, is that you?
How in the...
A ghost in machine?
She's drowning herself to stop the transmission.
Look!
It's functional compensation. When the human brain is damaged, sometimes it recovers over time. Other parts of the brain take over the functions of the damaged parts. Mammal and reptile were patterned after different parts of the human brain. When those parts were assembled together into one, they must have become capable of functional compensation.
Her memories remained with her. Is this her answer? This song.
It's clearly not thinking rationally. It's not using its head. It's using its heart.
This is the fate she chose for herself.
The boss's innocence has been proven. Do you hear it, Snake? Do you hear the boss's song?
You saw it, didn't you? When you went to space, that there's beauty outside of battle. At last, I understand. In the end, it was you who put down your gun and chose instead to sing. They can all hear you. I know they can. And your will shall surely live on. That's what you wanted. So much that you gave up everything you had. But you couldn't achieve it. Isn't that right? And still, all you can do is sing. There's no peace to be found anywhere. And so, we can only keep on hoping. Hoping for the illusion we call peace.
Just sing a song.
Petals of white cover fields flowing in grieving tears, and all the hearts once new, owned and shattered now. Love can kill, love will die. Give me wings to fly, fleeing this world so cold. I just wonder cold as the dark. Now my words are frosted with every breath. Still the hate burns wild, growing inside this heart. When the wind changes course, when the stars align, I will reach out to you and leave this all behind. Heavens divide. When heavens divide, I will see the choices within my hands. How can we ever protect and fight with our tiny souls? Let me shine like the sun through the doubts and fear. Do you feel the storm approach as the end draws near? When heavens divide, time will come to stop the
Snake, you still here? Come on. Let's go back.
I'm not going back.
Huh?
I'm done.
Snake, you don't mean...
I'm done looking for the truth.
What are you saying, Snake?
I was wrong.
Come on, boss. Everybody's waiting for you.
She betrayed me, Kaz.
She what?
In the end, she put down her gun. And when she did, she rejected her entire life up to that point, including me.
What do you mean?
In giving up her life, she abandoned everything she was as a soldier.
And you consider that betrayal?
I won't make the same choice as her. My future is going to be different.
Then?
Yeah, that's right. From now on, call me Big Boss.
Got a sec, Snake?
What's up?
It's about Paz. You know she doesn't have any family. She got a scholarship thanks to Zadornov and was living at the dorms, but he was KGB. All signs are her scholarship came from the KGB too. Even if they let him go, she's not going to be seeing any more money.
It wouldn't have been much anyway.
So, I was wondering, what about letting her stay here for a while?
What does she think?
She says she wants to help out. It would only be temporary. She's still in shock. Right now, no one understands her better than we do.
Okay, but Kaz, don't take your eyes off her.
What do you mean?
It won't be easy getting used to this kind of life.
I know, Snake. I'm not trying to turn her into one of us. You should talk to her yourself later.
Okay.
And, Dr. Strangelove wants to come too.
Strangelove?
Well, she's out of a job now, and she'd have a problem returning to England. You can talk to her about it. Anyway, you don't need me to tell you how good she'd be for R&D.
How's Paz doing?
Okay so far. Still shocked about being lied to by Zadornov. But she's actually getting along great with the crew here at Mother Base.
Really? That's good to hear.
Still, it's gotta be depressing for a girl her age to be cooped up on an offshore plant all day. Even if it is only temporary. I bet she'd love it if you took her out somewhere once in a while.
You know, That ID card I got from Huey wouldn't let me into the lab.
Of course not. I deactivated it.
Why?
As though I'd let him into my lab.
Oh, you don't seem to care for him much, even though you two are in the same field.
Oh, please. For starters, I can't stand that wishy-washy attitude of his. If he's got something to say to me, he should be a man and come say it in person, not write some furtive letter.
But if his card doesn't work, how's he supposed to—
And another thing, the way he always demeans himself. Every other sentence begins with, I could be wrong, but... Why can't he just do what he does and be confident about it?
Well, there was the thing about his dissertation being plagiarized.
The real problem is he doesn't have a whit of independence in him. In Costa Rica, and even back at NASA, he was always following people around, asking if there was some way he could help. Why doesn't he stop his whining, take a stand, and face up to me?
I think I know how he feels.
And to top it all off, he seems to enjoy referring to himself by that nickname I gave him. I simply don't get it. How can he be so submissive?
So, Huey was a nickname you gave him.
That's right. I took it from the name of a drone in the science fiction film Silent Running.
Drone?
It's a type of worker robot. The way he follows people, just waiting for them to boss him around, is so similar. I couldn't help myself. Oh, it's an American film directed by Douglas Trumbull, the man who did the special effects for 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Imagine that. A scientist who likes science fiction.
And that's not all.
There's more.
He's a man.
Hang on. I seem to remember you saying he should be more of a man.
Yes. Well, he is an awfully good scientist. Without his reptile pod, my mammal pod wouldn't function, just as the cerebrum can't exist without the cerebellum and the brainstem. He did a fine job of designing it. I'll give him that.
Huh. That sounded suspiciously like praise.
It's merely an objective observation. I like people who possess the will to move forward. I have no time for those who refuse to take control of their lives. Until he does, my opinion remains the same.
So, you and Cecile seem to be enjoying yourselves back at that lab.
What are you insinuating? I only kept her because I didn't want our secret to be known.
And the personal baths? You could have left her in there alone and locked the door from the outside.
Yes, well, she seemed anxious, so I...
Now, why would she be anxious?
She was beautiful. I was only admiring her beauty.
She was terrified.
I never meant her any harm. She knew that. I know she did.
But she felt like she was in enough danger to run away.
No matter what I did, if Coltman found her, she would have been... You're right. The truth is, I wanted to save her. But not if it meant forestalling the completion of Mammal.
So you made it easy for her to escape?
Do you really think I am that soft? I'll admit security wasn't exactly tight. It wouldn't have been difficult for her to escape from the building.
Seemed like she had a rougher time after she got out.
At any rate, I never did anything to her to deserve any blame. Is that clear?
Okay. I believe you. Tuxedo. Meow.
Meow. Meow, meow, meow.
You're pretty good.
Really? Oh, I am so happy.
Sorry, I have to pull out.
You do not like being with me?
Snake in.
Yeah!
Kept you waiting, huh?
No, it is okay.
Box time.
Yeah!
Here.
Yeah!
Sweet dreams.
I am not sleepy. Room for one more?
Aha.
Snake, we fitted Zeke with its own AI pod. We were having trouble adjusting the AI, but Dr. Strangelove was able to get it up and running.
Strangelove?
Why the surprise, Snake?
Whoa, we're an army without borders. We need a deterrent against foreign intervention. That's what Zeke is for. It may even prove necessary to...
I'm not against deterrence itself. The problem is when a nation comes to rely on it. All that does is force a burden on its people. The same people that constitute the nation itself. The existence of nations is detrimental to man. That's why I, one without a nation, see potential in MSF. But power is required for you to distance yourself from nations. I will do whatever I can to assist with that.
Glad to hear it.
And I merely lent Huey a helping hand. I will not give Zeke an AI like hers.
I wouldn't expect you to. Paz doing?
Impressive.
Good work. Good to have you. Thanks. Nice one. Yes. I'm with you. Let's take it easy. Get inside. Not bad. Thanks.
Yeah!
You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Really? Oh, I am so happy.
Yes!
Congratulations!
Nice one.
Yeah!
Let's take it easy.
See, thanks.
Kept you waiting, huh?
No, it is okay.
I'm with you.
Thanks. Peace.
Not bad.
Thanks. Peace.
Good to have you. Good to have you.
Yeah!
Impressive. Impressive.
What? No way!
Good work. Good work.
Yeah!
Meow. 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 Meow.
Meow. Meow, meow, meow.
I'm with you.
Thanks. Peace.
Here. Box time.
Yeah!
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah!
You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Really? Oh, I am so happy.
Nice one. Nice one.
Yeah!
Yes! Yes!
Congratulations!
You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Thanks.
Kept you waiting, huh?
No, it is okay.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Thanks.
Let's take it easy.
See, thanks.
Not bad.
Thanks. Peace.
You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Box time.
Yeah!
Going down. Good to have you.
Yeah!
Good work. Good work.
Yeah!
Nice one. Get inside.
Yeah!
Get inside. Get inside.
Yeah!
Box time. Box time.
Thanks.
Impressive.
What? No way!
Good to have you. Good to have you.
Thanks. You know, we are finally alone, Snake. Why don't you leave the radio alone for now? You don't want to talk to me? One more? I feel a little awkward.
Snake, we've got a problem. Zadornov's not in his cell.
What?
He must have used his prosthetic as a blowtorch to cut through the bars, but we've managed to narrow down his location using a transmitter we planted on him. I'm adding a new mission. Find the KGB agent Zadornov. Snake. Zadornov has escaped custody. Find him.
Stealth. Let's rock. Survival. Captain.
Find Zadornov and bring him back here with Fulton Recovery.
I heard something. We're under attack! Going to alert status!
Understood. Maintain heightened alert. Fulton Recovery helicopter is complete.
Co-op out. Co-op in. Co-op out. Co-op in.
Fulton Recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Co-op in.
Fulton Recovery helicopter is complete.
Co-op out. Co-op in.
It'd take 2 people to get through there.
Sneak in, sneak out. Sneak in. Sneak out. Meow, meow. Co-op out.
The enemy's here!
Kept you waiting, huh?
Co-op in.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Co-op in.
What's that?
Co-op out.
Enemy encounter! Request reinforcements!
Negative. We can't spare reinforcements. You'll have to make do with what you have. That area is not part of the mission.
Co-op out.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Thanks. Meow, meow, meow. I knew you had it in you. Corrected. Correct out. Get inside. Box time. Corrected. Correct out. Good to have you.
You've got to wait for backup before going any farther.
Corrected. Correct out. Meow, meow, meow. Good work. I'm with you. Kept you waiting, huh? Box time. Here. Get inside. Corrected. Corrected. Not bad.
Enemies close by!
Negative. We can't spare reinforcements. You'll have to make do with what you have. Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Collect in. Collect out. Collect in. Collect out.
Search every inch of that area. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Sneak in.
Okay. I knew you could do it. Piece of cake, right? So, you found me.
It wasn't hard. What are you up to anyway?
Just going for a stroll.
Kaz, I've got Zadornov, returning home.
Acknowledge, Snake. Package for you, boss.
What?
Yeah, looks like a cassette tape. Don't worry, it's clean. No trace of explosives or anything. Return address just says Eva.
Eva?
Someone you know?
An old acquaintance.
Oh, the plot thickens. Tidings from an old flame?
Don't start, Kaz. Anyway, I'll check it out later.
Okay, just don't go running off after this chick. We can't afford for you to be distracted right now.